additional skill for an RPA developer, and we are looking at the basics of databases. The topic for today would be operators in the SQL Server. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the next video in the additional skill RPA developer series where we are looking at what are the additional skill I can have as an RPA developer, and the topic we chose is the database. In the previous videos of the series, we have seen how I can install the SQL Server Management Studio SSMS. So in case you do not have the SSMS installed, you can watch this playlist. The first video will guide you that how you can install the SQL Server. Apart from that, we have seen the basics of databases, tables, how you can do the CRUD operation, what are aggregate, clauses, comments. All of this we have already covered in the previous videos. In case you are coming to this playlist for the first time, I would request you guys to refer the old videos, so that will give you context for today's video. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about the SQL Server operators. Talking about the agenda, this would be our agenda for today. We are going to start with what exactly are operators, what are the most common operators which are available, and all of this we are going to utilize in the SQL Server with the help of real-time tables and queries, so that at the end you understand what are operators and how to utilize them. Okay. With that, let us go to the first topic. What exactly are these operators? Okay. In SQL Server, whenever I say operators, these are some of the symbol like plus, minus, or keywords like and, or, that perform mathematical and logical operations in SQL statement. Think it like that. I have a set of data and I want to know the total. I want to know the difference. I want to club some data. I want to do some logical operation, or I want to perform some mathematical. I would always require something. That something is called operators. When we talk about the operators, the most common operators which are available in SQL Server are listed here: arithmetic, comparison, logical, string, and assignment. These are the most common used operators which are suffice to get started with. There are other complex operators as well, which we will see when we go to the advanced one. But to get started, we should know that these are the kind of operators which are available. In the next part of the video, we are going to drill down into each of this operator and see that with the help of example. Okay. So for that, I am going to my SQL Server Management Studio, which is SSMS. This we have already installed. So I go here, and as you can see that I am already connected to my database, right? In case you open it for the first time, you might get this window. Okay. So all you have to do is select the correct server and hit connect. In the databases, I have this UiPath database which we have been working from the previous videos. So I'll simply expand this, and in the tables you would see that I have got a products table. Okay, so I'll go here and I simply say new query, and let's quickly see what data we have in the products, right? So I'll just maximize this size and I say select star from products. Okay, so this would be a sample data which we are going to use for today's demonstration. I have a products table, I have product ID, product name, I have the segment, that this belongs to computer, camera, stand belong to the photography, I have the price, and I have a quantity, right? This is a small data set. You can think it as a complex data set or any other, but the objective here is to make you understand the operators. Okay, coming back to my presentation, the first operator which we are going to discuss is the arithmetic operator, right? Arithmetic operator are the operator that perform the mathematical calculation on numeric values, right? Simple: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the mod, which gives you the remainder, right? Arithmetic operation can be used in SQL, such as select statement to perform the calculation, data tables to perform calculation, and anywhere wherever you require some output in form of numeric values, we can use the arithmetic operators. Now a question arises, how I can do that, right? For that, I'll go back to my next slide where I have put some of the operators. This is the same table which you might have seen. This is the same table, right? Product ID, product name, right? So for example, I want to simply multiply the quantity and the price, right? So if I multiply quantity and the price here, it will give me 90,000. Here it should give me 5,000. Here it should give me 96,000, right? But if I want to do it for all these, how I can do that, right? I cannot do one by one. So I can always use this thing, and this is the query, right? So as you can see here, star is a arithmetic operator which was available here, which stands for the multiplication, multiplies the two value together. Plus is for addition, minus subtraction, this is for division, and this is for modulus, right? If I have to go back to my SSMS again, let's go back to the SQL server, and here I have this product list. Okay, so let's say I simply want to multiply this and this. So the column name here is price and this is quantity, right? So I'll simply go here and I can simply write here price, okay, and then I put a multiplied by quantity. Now price multiplied by quantity, that is what I wanted to do, and I understand that this multiplication can be replaced with plus, minus, anything, right? Now where is this? So we know that to get the data we need to have the select, right? Select statement we have already covered, so I hope you understand what is select. I want to get everything from this table, so I am putting a star mark here that I want to get everything. Then I put a comma, and this value price multiplied by quantity, you can always put it in bracket so that you actually can read it, right? So I am telling SQL server that give me everything along with a new column where you multiply the price and quantity, and we have discussed a keyword as, if you remember, right? So this is the name which you want to for the new column, right? So I say here multiply value maybe, right? You can give anything. So when SQL will give me the output, this data would be coming in the new column here, and I want the header of the column to this. Now it is asking me where is your table. So my table is products. Let's go and execute this, and you would notice that I have got a new column which says multiply value, which simply multiplied both the values. Similarly, let's say I want to add one more column here where I want to get addition, right? So I can simply put here a comma, and I want to add, let's say, price plus quantity, right? And I put as, that is to indicate that yes, I want what is the column header, right? So for better readability, I'll just hit enter here, and I'll hit enter here like this, right? So first we told it to give the price and quantity in the multiplication. Then here I am telling it to give as let's say sum underscore val. Go here and execute. And now I have got a value which is sum. So 10 plus 2 equal to 12, 500 plus 10 equal to 510, and so on and so forth, right? So that is how simple it is to use the arithmetic operators. Apart from this, plus, minus, division is okay. How about using the mod symbol? Okay, so in SSMS you can always do like this as well, right? So I can select and I can do this as well. See, 10, sorry, my bad. I can do select 10 plus 20. This also work. So you do not require calculator. You can actually use SQL Server to do the operations as well. Plus 45. Like this. Okay, so you can perform operation directly in the SQL server. If you do not have any values, you can directly write the values here and perform the operations. So now let's say I want to know what is 39 divided by 5. I can do this like this. So it's 7. I want to use a mod, right? So mod is giving you reminders, right? So the use mod, I simply use this one. Okay, so let's keep it simple. I make it 12 and I say execute. right? So 5 into 2 is 10 and the remainder would be 2, right? If I make it 13, execute, the remainder would be 3, right? So this is a symbol, this guy, it is a modulus symbol which actually is giving you the remainder. Okay, now what else you can do? You can use the division here like this, go here, execute, and this is how you get it. Okay, now how about doing this? I'll just execute this. Okay, and I can see that I have this data which is available in the products. In the previous videos we have learned about the aggregate functions. So now the idea is you can actually use the aggregate and the operators together and get you a result output, right? So for example, I want to know that what is the max price here. So I write here max and I just say select max of price from products, right? So those of you who don't understand it, we have already covered this in the previous videos, that this is a function which will give me the max of price, and I can see 34,000 is the max of price, right? So I go here and I say execute 34,000, right? Similarly, if I have to get the minimum, I can use minimum, and now it's giving me 10. So I have got two different outputs from aggregate functions. Idea here is you also can apply operators on the aggregate functions. How you can do that? That's absolutely simple. I say that give me the maximum value, this one, select max of price, and I will hit a plus, add it to the minimum price from products, and I simply execute this. So we notice that I am getting 34,010. That is because if I execute all of three statement together, previously from the first it was 34, minimum was 10, and I added, so I got 34,010. I can simply use a minus as well, and now you would notice that SSMS will subtract these values, right? So the idea is you can actually use the arithmetic operators with the aggregate functions as well, right? So idea is simple. Wherever you have a numeric value, you can just apply these operators, plus, minus, divide, mod, and get the expected results. Okay, so that was the example of arithmetic operators. This is what we have covered, right? And I hope now you got a pretty good understanding of arithmetic operators. Just a quick recap: you can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modulus, which gives you a remainder. Okay, moving forward to the next operator in SQL Server, it is called the comparison operator. Okay, now comparison operators are used to compare two values or expressions. Okay, it is used to compare two values or expressions, and the output of the comparison operator is a boolean. When I say boolean, it means either it would be true or either it would be false. Okay, now the most common type of comparison operators are available on the slide: equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, right? So the output of this would be a boolean, right? If it is equal to this, yes. If 10 is greater than 5, yes. If 10 is less than 20, yes. If 10 is less than 100, yes. If 100 is less than 10, no, right? So the answer would be always in true or false, which is called a boolean. Now let's go to the SQL and see how I can utilize the comparison operators. I am back into my SQL. I'll just execute this statement and I'll remove these guys from here. Okay, now for the comparison operator, I'm just telling it to select everything from the products. Okay, now you might be seeing that I have a price here, all of this available, right? How I can use that? I am simply writing a comparison operator where is used to specify a condition that we have already seen, and I am telling that give me everything from the products where the price is equal to 800. Now if you would see here, for all this data I only have this guy where it is 800. So I can simply go here and I execute, and it give me a single operator, right? Not only this, If I again go here, you can always use the operators like this as well, where price is less than 800. I go and I execute, and you are seeing that the price less than is this. Like this, I can put less than equal to 800. Now equal to 800 is also included, right? Equal to 800, again it will go and give you that result, right? So that is how easy it is. You just have to use the equal to operator here, right? Now this is how you put the not equal to. If I just execute this, you would get everything but not 800. Okay, so this is the plain simple example of the comparison operators. You can use equal to, you can use the not equal to, greater than, less than equal to, like this, right? It's not only restricted to the integers, right? You can always use the segments also. So I am saying that give me everything where segment is equal to, let's say, let me check what all segments we have. So I have this photography as a segment. I'll copy this, and since it is text, I put it in the single quotes. Okay, and I execute this, and I am getting only the records where the segment is equal to photography. Segment not equal to photography. Go here, execute. So you are getting all the segments, all the data where it is not photography. Now you are free to explore, add, remove columns here. You can add more conditions and you can do a number of manipulations, right? So the idea is you can utilize this comparisons operator here. One more thing, you can also club now the arithmetic and the comparison operator together, right? So I am telling it that give me everything from the products and get me the value of let's say price minus quantity, right? I'm just doing some random expression. Everything from the product, add a new column here, price minus quantity. If I not write as something, it will give me a blank column. So I'll just go and execute, and I'm getting no column name because I have not put as here. I hope that you understand. But the idea is now I have clubbed the arithmetic and the comparison operator in a single statement. Depending on your requirement, you need to be knowing that at what point of time which operator I should use. Okay, so you have less than, equal to, not less than, equal to. These operators are available for your usage. Coming back to my presentation, so these are the common operators. Equal to, that is how you put the not equal to, greater than, less than, as the name suggests, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, right? And the output is a boolean, right? If the condition is true, then only you are getting the result. If the condition is false, you are not getting the results, right? These are the examples on this table which we have seen that selects everything from the product where price is greater than 50, less than 50, segment is equal to computer. This we have already explored, right? So these are the example of the comparison operators. Quick recap, you have all this comparison operator available. So the idea is go back and practice the comparison operator at least once so that you don't forget it. Okay. So till this point, if you are with me, I hope you are enjoying this video. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you didn't have already subscribed. Okay. Moving forward, the next one is called the logical operators, right? So what exactly are the logical? Logical operators are used to combine multiple conditions, and same like the previous one, this also returns a boolean, either true or either false. The most common type of logical operators are and, or not. How I can utilize them? For that, let's go back to our SQL server. Okay, so I'll just remove everything and let's say select star from products. Okay, this we are doing the logical operators now. Now logical operators, let's see what are those and how we can utilize them. Logical operators are and, or not, right? So let's say I want to write in condition where I want to get everything from the products, okay, and where the price is, let's say, greater than 800. Okay, so I can see that greater than 800 I have this and this record. Okay, but I want to have an additional condition where I want to say that and the quantity should be less than 10. Okay, so now I have two conditions here. The first one is that price should be greater than 800. I can see that these are all the three where the price is greater than 800. Now I have to specify a condition on the quantity as well. Here the quantity is 35, here it is 2, and here it is 10. If I just execute this part, I am getting 3 records. But I want to add an additional condition. I want to add an additional condition that and the quantity should be less than 10. The quantity less than 10 is only with this guy. So if I executed the complete statement now, you notice that I am only getting a single record. The and which I have used here is called a logical operators, and this one is we just covered in the previous slide, which was the comparison operator, right? So in this query we have actually used both the operators together. Same like this, you can actually use or, and I say execute. As soon as I included or, it means that either this should be true or this should be true. It's an or, it's not an and. Or simply means any one should be true. Okay, either this or this. So where price is greater than 800, this is satisfying the criteria. But here the price was not greater than 800, but this condition was satisfied that quantity was less than 10 or. But if I simply put an and, it becomes this should be true and this should be true. If I put an or, this means that either one of the condition. Okay, same like we have explored, you can actually, you are not only restricted to use the number here, but you can actually use the text as well, right? So I just copy pasted it here like this. I'm telling give everything from the products where segment is equal to computers. I got all the computers, right? But if I tell here give me everything where segment is equal to photography, and I put a or, so I go here and I execute. So I'm getting some error which says that you have got an unclosed this one, so that is because of this semicolon is not correct, right? It should be this one. Okay, let's try to execute it again, and I am getting all the values from the product where segment was computer, so this got satisfied. Where segment is equal to photography, this got satisfied. So we got everything. But if I simply put a and here and now I execute, I would get nothing, because in my product I do not have the items which have both the segment, so it cannot be true, right? So that's why you're not getting anything. So you have to use this option cautiously. Okay, the last one, we have something which is called not. So I'll just remove this and I paste a new query here. I am telling here give me everything from the products where not segment computers, right? So if I simply go here and I just omit this word and I say where segment is equal to computers, you understand this. I want to get everything where segment is not computer, so put a not, and now you would get everything apart from computers. I just remove the not. So this was your normal select statement. Select start from products where segment is equal to computers, right? I do not want this value. I just add a not here like this. Execute and you get the results. So that is how you use the logical operators, and this is the example. These are the example which we have covered. Select star from products where this. So this is a combination of logical and the comparison operators. We can use not, we can use and. Let's go back and have a quick recap. Logical operators allows you to have multiple conditions. Again, it gives you boolean true and false. And the logical operators are and, or, and not. We have seen how you can utilize that. And both the conditions should be true, or means either one of should be true, and not means it's a negate. Okay, so this we have already covered, and I hope you got the understanding of the logical operators as well. Okay, moving forward, next in the presentation I have got the string operators. Now string operators are used to manipulate and compare the string values, right? As the name suggests, these are the operators which are going to manipulate and compare the values on the string. Okay, these are not going to work on numbers, this is only for the string. The most common used string operators are this one: concatenate, length, substring, replace, lowercase, uppercase, and trim, right? There are more list of string operators which are available, but these are the most common ones to refer, right? And this is pretty interesting. Let me quickly go back to the SSMS and show it to you how does this work, right? I'll hit escape here and let's go back to the SQL server. So this is our table. Okay, I think I have got two queries. I'll just remove this guy as well and say execute. Okay, so this is our table, and now we are covering the string operators. Okay, now for example, if you would see here, all these computers is written in lowercase, right? Now I want to convert everything in a product name which is in the uppercase, right? So let's say I have a requirement where I have to put this data into an Excel sheet, or I have to put this data into a robot or anywhere, but the ask is that you want to have this in the capital letters. Do I need to change the data? The answer is no, right? So how we can do that? So I just say that, let's quickly execute this statement. I'll just copy this again, select everything from the products, okay, hit a comma, which means that add a new column here, and I want to make everything in the uppercase, so the keyword for the string manipulation is upper. What do you want to make in the uppercase? You have to give the column, so I just want to make segment in the uppercase, and I say that as new name, right, from products. Execute, and now you have got a new name where all of this is in the capital letters. Similarly, if I have to make it lower, just make it to lower and execute, and you would notice that now everything is in the lowercase. You would notice the P here was capital and the P here is small. So that is a simple use of a string operator. Okay, you can add multiple, just keep putting comma and you can add more values, right? So the function which we have used was upper and lower, right? The next one is a pretty interesting one, which is called a substring. Now what exactly is a substring, right? Let's try to see that substring in action, and I'll quickly go here and I'll copy a statement, copy, and I'll paste it from my presentation here. Okay, so okay, this one. Select star from products. I am getting everything from my product. Next I am telling it to give me the product name, so it will give me the laptop, mouse, keyboard and all. But I had a requirement where I want to have a short description, so I put a comma and I put a short description. But here you would notice that I have used a string function which is called substring. Now how do you read this substring function? I am telling SSMS that substring the product name, which is this one by one, 1 comma 2. This 2 is the length and 1 is from where you start. Let me quickly execute and then I'll make you understand. Okay, so product name is laptop. Substring means cut the product name, give from the first position and how many you want as an output, and as an output I only want 2 characters, so I put here 2. So I'm getting LA, MO, the first 2 characters. If I make it 3 here and I execute, I'll get the 3, right? If I just make this 1 to 2 and I execute, you would notice that it is getting me the output from the second one. So when I say laptop, LAPTOP, L is at the first position, A is at the second position, right? So this is the position From which position? I am saying from second position, so it started from the second position. How many characters? The count, it is 3, so I'm getting APT. Okay, let's make it 1 again, which means that start from the first position, which is L, so you will start getting the output from the L. And how many characters after that? Let's say 4 characters. Execute, and LAPT, total of 4 from the first character, which is L. So that is the substring, right? Now you can use this as per your requirement. Wherever you want to get a particular data from a string, you can use the substring. Similar to this, you have many other string functions which are available. You can simply do a Google search and you will get a list of functions. But the idea is you should know that how you can utilize them. To utilize it, it's absolutely simple. Just use the string function, put a bracket and provide the name of the column which you want to apply this thing. Okay. Coming back to my presentation, this is the string operators, right? We have seen upper, we have seen lower, we have seen the substring. This is other one which is called a replace, where I want to replace everything in the product name. Here where it is stand, I want to add as a new name, right? So you can just replace the product name. So this statement is simple, right? Replace, this is the column name which is the product name. Wherever you find stand, replace is with this new name. So whatever you put it here, it will replace this table. I want you guys to try this statement by yourself and let me know did you get the output or not, right? Similar to the replace, you have something called trim, you have something called split, right? All these functions are available, but the most common one I have just put someone here, right? Trim is a function which is simply used to remove the extra spaces. So in case somebody has put an extra spaces after keyboard, after mouse, after this, you can always use the trim function, right? So there are other string functions as well, but the idea is you should know that you can always manipulate the data which is stored in your tables and get the respective output, right? This one I leave it for you guys to try and explore more. Okay, quick recap. String operators are used to manipulate and compare the strings. The most common type of string operators are listed here. There are other as well, right? Length is one of the function which will give you the length of the string. Try to use that. Replace, uppercase, lowercase we have used. Just try to explore the other things and you will get a fair enough understanding of the string operators. Okay, moving forward, the last one. The last operator is the assignment operators, right? You might have used it multiple times, but you would have never noticed that you are using an assignment operators, right? So equal to, the simple equal to which we are using is called an assignment operators, right? So if you are seeing the statement equal to, the only assignment operator available is the equal to, right? Let's go back to the SQL Server and quickly see this in action. Okay, I'll just remove this. Select star from products where price is equal to 10. Execute, and you are seeing that the price is equal to 10. So this equal to is nothing but your assignment operators. Simple, right? Similarly, you can use this assignment operator while setting the price. If you remember, when we are doing the CRUD operation, which we have already covered in the previous videos, we were using an update statement where update set price equal to this. So this equal to again is an assignment operator, right? So you only have one assignment operator which is available, which is called the equal to, right? And this was the last operator which I wanted to cover today. Okay, so I hope you are following along till this point and you enjoyed the session. Let's have a quick summary. In the SQL Server, we have operators which are symbol keywords that perform the mathematical and the logical expression that we have seen. Today, we have seen the arithmetic, plus, minus, divide, mod, comparison operators, logical operators. We have seen that there are a lot of string operators which are available. We tried to hands-on on the sum. And lastly, I have seen the assignment operator, which is the single one, which is called the equal to, right? Assignment for you guys is to go back, create a new table and explore all of this and try to combine the queries with our previous sessions, right? So that you are getting a good grip on the SQL, right? So with this, I would like to wrap this video here. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe to the channel, and happy automation.